layers underneath. So what are the various components? One that we saw is the connection, and next is the business layer and the data foundation. So what is data foundation? So data foundation is where we define all our tables and joins and the schema from both the relational databases. So here, if you see, we actually have the table sets from both these data sources brought together. And in fact, if you're going to scroll, you're going to see. So you see multiple colors here, and the various colors actually represent your various different data sources that you're connected to, so they're kind of easy for you to navigate. So each of them, and that's something that you could change depending on however you want to configure it. So once you have your data foundation built, so this is the data foundation where I define my keys and define my connections and all my relationships and everything. And so now once I have my data foundation, I'm going to create my business layer on top of it. So this is my business layer which I've defined, where I have my various classes and objects defined here. So which gives you, so let's go back a little bit to the data foundation layer. And you would see I have the credit card data pulled for a particular customer and having the join for this one. So that will give me, like, what's the spending, what if there's an existing customer in this bank who has a credit card owned by that division, and what is the spending trend, or what are the various credit cards owned and everything as a holistic view here. See the other future, so once we've done this and we've published the business layer, we have all the details here, and these could be changed. You could define your measures, you could change them, and do all your configuration here. One of the other key features and an advantage with this new business layer is the ability to define and manage multiple business layers views. So what I mean there is, let's say you have thousands of objects, and there are multiple users within the organization. You don't want each one of your users to be able to see each one of your complete views. That would just probably confuse your business users or make any kind of ad hoc reporting really tough. So you want to shield them from that. So how can you do that? So this is where we've defined subsets of the master view. So here you see I have a credit card view and a loan view, which are actually nothing but subsets of the existing view, where I just defined and added, so I just want the credit card details for this particular user, because that's all he's going to be dealing with. So I just chose to just add those particular tables, and I could probably add a security on top of that, and that way the user would get to see just the credit card view and not the entire master view. So these are multiple views that we have defined here. And once we go into Webby, I'll show you how you actually see those views only with a subset of that data. And the other things that you would also see is, so they're called table families. So you have multiple users working on multiple designers working on a major project, and you would have like hundreds of tables, and they could be there are different users working on different tables, and you don't want, it's definitely sometimes very confusing for you to access all of them together. So these families let you define your own set of families, which like this. So this is going to, you could choose to add a family, and then you can add the tables to them. So that way, you could actually keep each user access only a particular set of tables, and not really be concerned with the remaining of the tables. And also there is, if you look at, the good advantages also with the new IDT is you can actually do a query and actually see the data and preview them without having to go into, the Webby or any of the reporting to verify how the data looks. You can actually pull it here and do a data preview and actually look how the data looks here before you actually go into the Webby to build a report. So now that we've done shown how we've actually built this particular data source for doing the reporting on both the different multi-source capability. So we're going to go into the actual demo to show you that. So what you see here is a review report that's built out of the multi-source universe that we just built. So so what we see here is the customer profile data that's been pulled from the Purple Bank database, where we have Julie Travis, who is our customer, our age profile, our credit rating, and a marital status, and other kinds of data, which could be from their existing source or it could be coming in from a third-party data. So you see this data out here, which is again being pulled from one data source, and then you see your account balance. If you actually notice here, so you would say definitely see the enhanced charting capabilities that Webby actually brought with the new 4.2. So most of these charts have been enhanced and definitely appear much better than the earlier versions. So here again you have the savings amount, and also you have a checking amount, which is again from one data source which you have, and then so here's where you see the spending trend. So in the spending trend, this one is your credit card spending trend. Say you're running a campaign for a new credit card, which could be like a rewards card, say it could be a travel rewards card, or it could be, like an airplane or a hotel rewards card. So looking at this particular user, if you look at this data, actually you could also have it shows you that it's the spending is being really great or high in terms of lodging, or it's say it's airfare. So this is probably a good target. And also looking at what the data is, I mean, does this person have a credit card which gives you that kind of rewards? If not, I mean, that would be the best person to target your campaign, where you could be launching a new rewards card for airfare, air travel points. So, and this would probably be a best customer. And looking at all your other details, it also gets you what's the right product mix, what is the loan balance, I mean, do they have like a huge loan balance, or is it just, so this product mix again is from the Purple Bank's database, which gives you what is their mortgage, or what's the IRA amount that they have, or if they have a CD. So everything gives you, like, do they have a huge loan balance, is this a good, or it could be even, you could also have your credit risk rating or something like that. So that way you could actually get a good view of this user by bringing in data from all these different data sources. Yes, this is how we actually brought the data from IDG onto Webby. But let's just go a little bit of the Webby new features, so that gives you a better idea of what Webby can actually do. So with as I just mentioned, one of the key features is this new charting capabilities that 4.2 has brought to you. So you have all these enhanced visualizations, and you could actually, let me go into design mode so that I could show you the way these new charts. There is quite a few charts that's been probably introduced. So So here you look, there is quite a few new charts, such as the tax cloud, or a pie chart, when you're going to be representing this to your team, or to your team or your business users. So the other things that you see also is what you have here is an input control that's built. So it provides you better interactivity to users. So if you want to see, okay, as I said, we're just running a campaign which probably targets like travel points for travel, airfare. So it could be a frequent flyer card or something like that. So where we can actually filter for an airfare and actually look at it. I think I just timed out, so I'm just going to log back again. filter for an affair and you see the changes just for that affair for that particular block. So you could have the same input control controlling, so this controls just this particular block and this particular Webby that I've designed. But it could be multiple blocks, it could be, it could be an input control that's applicable to multiple blocks within your same report, and you could actually filter for those. The other key features that you see is a lot of change in the layout, the way Webby is being organized. There's a new modern look and feel and cleaner organization now, and actually you could get more immediate access to most of your frequently used features. It could be, let's say, your general your user experience, any kind of your icons that you use, and any kind of the workflows that you use. If you look at this one, if you look at this Webby screen right here, we're going to go to the design mode. What you wear right now is the reading mode. So you have all these components right now organized at the top instead of on the left, where you have organized all your formatting, your data access, which is where you would build your query and to do any kind of a page setup or analysis, to do any kind of data ranking or tracking or controls, any kind of input controls. This is what we've defined here. Everything is being organized at the top in a more organized fashion, and it's easier for most of your users to easily access any of these to do any kind of ad hoc reporting. And a couple of other features have been like the copy paste and within your Webby report. So what actually the copy paste does is the workflows have been enhanced to actually copy components from one Webby report to another without having to rebuild the complete report from scratch. So this kind of gives you a template approach so that any frequently used sections of your reports could be used by multiple users to just copy from one section to another. So the entire workflow gets copied right from your query to all the formatting that you've done. And this doesn't apply only within your Webby. It also applies to any of your other Office documents. You could be actually sending this particular draft just to a user, and you want to put it in an Outlook email. This actually could be copy pasted onto your Outlook email too, without having to lose any of the formatting. Actually, we just went into the Webby demo because I wanted to show you how the data actually translated to from the multiple data sources into one single Webby report. What you see here also is your new Launchpad. That's your formerly known as the InfoView. So you could see that you can actually, there's been multiple changes to it where you have access to most of your frequently used documents. So as soon as you log in, you actually could have multiple panes which actually could be customized to access your most recent documents or any kinds of alerts that you have at one place. And so it actually saves your user a lot of time. So this is primarily with Webby.